All right, Nikki, thank you very much. As we take a look at your neighborhood forecast here for tonight, we're tracking strong to severe storms now making their way to areas just south and west of our area. So let's get right to radar and show you what's going on right now. We're tracking these storms that have popped up recently, and there was a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Frederick County. That is since looks like it's been dropped, but that storm has weakened just a little bit. But you can see as it makes its way north and eastward through Burkittsville and areas west of Frederick. Approaching I-70 right now, some pretty decent downpours there. But by far the most concerning cluster of storms is just off to our south. And these things are producing a lot of lightning, heavy rainfall, and the potential for some hail that could be up to about quarter size. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Charles County. This goes until 6:30. And we're likely going to see more of these issued as the evening goes on. Here's the latest storm track on that one storm there as it makes its way northward. So this will be getting it into Montgomery County, looks like, before 7:30. So we're talking over the next hour or so as this tracks northward through Northern Virginia, through the district, and eventually into Montgomery County. But look at some of these rainfall rates with that storm in Frederick County. The purples and pinks indicating the rainfall rates that are exceeding an inch to an inch and a half per hour. So the rain is really coming down, and that cluster I just showed you down across parts of Charles County, rainfall rates in excess of 2 inches per hour with that particular area of storms. We have a new severe thunderstorm watch. This goes until midnight tonight. That does include a good chunk of the eastern shore through southern Maryland all the way out towards Washington County. Again, this goes until midnight tonight. Potential there for some strong storms that could produce damaging wind gusts as well as some hail. I think the greatest threat, though, will be through sunset, a little bit after that. But then once we get towards midnight, the atmosphere will cool off. The storms will help work over the atmosphere, so we don't think there'll be as much fuel left for the storms to really sustain their intensity. But we'll keep an eye on them for you, though, as we go throughout the evening. Right now we're at 74 degrees. Temperatures across the state 60s and 70s. So it's been a muggy afternoon. These storms will have no problem taking advantage of the fuel in the atmosphere. And you can see across the state overnight tonight, at least in your neighborhood through central parts of the state, we're looking at storm chances upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Columbia, Reisterstown, Mount Airy down towards Lothian, and Bowie, upper Marlboro tonight, getting down into the upper 50s and lower 60s. Storm chances continuing for the next couple of hours, and then once again the atmosphere cools off, we lose the instability, the storm chances should gradually wind down. But this is going to be the main cluster we're going to watch as it makes its way north and westward to areas south and west of Baltimore. Futurecast has a good handle on that. The storm should weaken, though, as we go into later on this evening, and then just a chance for some showers overnight tonight. Tomorrow, storm chances exist, but they're not nearly as high, so we don't expect the coverage to be nearly as high tomorrow as what we've seen here this afternoon and this evening. So here's a look at your First Alert 7-day forecast again for tomorrow. We're looking at, again, the best chance for showers and storms to occur during the afternoon hours and mainly to the north and west of Baltimore. We don't really expect the coverage to be as widespread, as I mentioned, as what we've seen today. And then it looks like on Wednesday, the coverage is even lower, only an isolated shower chance. Humidity will drop off some. And then by the end of the week, it looks like Thursday, some more storm chances. Friday, just rain across the area. And then Mother's Day weekend looks great. Sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 70s for Sunday afternoon. Nikki, back to you.
All right, Derek, thank you.